Okay, Likutei Moharan Chav Tisha Tikunim. So we said that one of the benefits of being there when the Chacham is saying is that the Chacham has a staff, has a weapon, a club. That club is the conglomeration of all the mitzvahs Masim Tovim of the Chacham. That's his koyach. Sometimes you call it schus. The schus of the tzaddik is the koyach of the tzaddik. This is the staff. You have to take the staff. Take the staff, go speak to the rock. Okay. The staff is the strength, the might of the tzaddik, made up by his mitzvahs, Torah, Tovim, and everything. Now, when a person is there, when the Chacham is giving over Divrei Torah, the koyach of the Chacham subdues the innate wickedness in the people that are there. And with that, the Chacham connects with them. His neshama connects with theirs. And then when the Chacham davens to get the Torah from the supernal heart, from the Leva Elyon, his tefillah becomes tefillas rabbin. Because it's considered like everybody who is there, who is connected to the Chacham, is mispalel. And we have a principle that tefillas rabbin, lo timas, kel kabir, lo simas, the kabir, the tefillas rabbin, Kadosh Baruch Hu does not, does not push away. Don't happen to have a tissue, right? No, okay. Anyhow, be that as it may, that the principle is shivchi kamayim libech, pour out like water your heart, noichach pnei Hashem, before this level which is called pnei Hashem, the face of Hashem, which means the presence of Hashem, a direct exposure of Hashem. It's like when you see somebody's face, you see who it is. Pnei Hashem is that level of Keser, of Arich Anpin. Now, when we say the term Ponim, Pnei Hashem, the face of Hashem, this is Hadras Ponim Zakon. The glory of the Ponim is the Zakon, is the beard. Okay. It says V'hadauta Pnei Zakon. It's the glorification of the face of the Zakon. That Zakon, this beard that we're talking about, is the 13 containers, so to speak, of Rachamim. Kleisa Mechilta de Rachamim. These are 13 names that we send in Kippur, Slichas, great length. Shem, Ker, Achum, V'chanun, Erech, Apayim, V'chesed, Chesed, Nafim, Se'avon, V'feshem, V'chata, V'nakeh. All these 13. These are the 13 Mechilta de Rachamim, Tikunim of Rachamim, that they are called the 13 rectifications of the beard, of Arich Anpin. When it goes down, when it dwindles down, when it trickles down to the level of learning Torah, those 13 midas of Rachamim are formatted as 13 principles, midas, that the Torah is explained by. These are 13 formulas with which you take what the Torah is saying, the raw Torah, and once you put the Torah through that filter, the raw Torah through that filter, through that formula, you get out what the deen is, what the halacha is, what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants from you. So, these 13 principles, even though any principle by nature is constricted, so dafka this, not that, right? Nevertheless, that's the true expression of racham, of compassion. Because without constriction, there's no compassion. There can be chesed, but not rachamim. Chesed could be unlimited, but it could end up being totally lahefech. You see Ishmael, there from the right side, the clipper from the right. It's too much chesed. Too much chesed ends in massacres, in slaughters. Literally in slaughters. Tell me to see what happened around us. Too much constriction, which is Esav, which is the left side. But even the right side, chesed, too much, that rachamim is when constriction, the proper constriction, is coupled with the chesed, and the compassion and the chesed is dispensed in accordance of the ability of the receiver to receive it and grow with it. You take a young kid, you give him an unlimited credit card with an unlimited budget. I mean, how can he not corrupt? There's no way. But it's chesed. Yeah, but it's not rachamim. See, the 13 mechilta de rachamim, the place of mechilta de rachamim are constrictions of principles which carry the chesed of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And this is that the person, the chacham needs to pour his tefillah before HaKadosh Baruch Hu, before he draws the waters of the Torah. And this is what we said when Miriam passed away, that the be'er, that the well, went away. And all the congregations congregated on Aaron and Moshe. He said, why did you bring, the congregation of Hashem to the desert to die from thirst and everything else? And then he says, the pasuk says, Vayova Moshe v'Aaron mipnei hakol. Aaron and Moshe, they came, pressed by the audience, El Pesach El Moed, to the opening of the tabernacle, the Oil Moed, and they fell on their faces. When they fell on their faces. What is alluded to this is that then the neshama that was bringing down the Chidush Torah was nostalgic, it left the world. Ksheshama Meriva, when Moshe and Aaron heard the argument that Am Yisrael had on them, the fight had on them, Evinu Shaldei B'Yat Torah, they understood that it is through the explanations, the commentaries of the Torah. Shem B'chinas Ponim, remember it says Pnei Hashem, is it Pnei Hashem? Echmasa Nefila, because of the Nefila, because of the explanations of the Torah fell and passed away. That's the reason why the dispute started. Because the disputes of the Torah, the Bi'ur Torah are as we said, as the teretz on everything. So once it's Biur Torah in the world, there's commentaries on it, there's illumination, explanations of the Torah exist in the world, it automatically mollifies the disputes. Because people don't realize that all the dinim in the world, what they are is a trickle effect, is a chain reaction of a machlokes the kedusha between the Tanaim, the Amoraim. This is where it starts. Afterwards, it goes down, it trickles down, and goes down, and changes down, and goes down, until it goes into the klippus and it becomes wars, mamash. But the root, the shorish, is machlokes the kedusha between the poskim. So if you bring kedusha Torah and you explain what's the machlokes, you miyashav, you put peace in the machlokes the kedusha. It puts down peace in the different machlokes, specifically that Am Yisrael, has with the tzaddik. He says, and so this is what is alluded to in these worlds, Vayiplu al Pneim, and they fell on their face, that Pchinas Ponim was mistalik. By the way, I have to tell you something, which is keep it. Someone I know had to go to a center for mental health, had to be admitted for a few days, or to see some medication, whatever it is. He came out, and the stories that they had to say about the place are from here to eternity. But there's one specific story that I have to share with you and with you. I finally understood the mystery and principle behind journalism. I got it. I got the whole thing. I understand it now. Printed media, electronic media, you name it, I got it. During breakfast, the inmates, I don't know what you want to call it, the people there, patients, they had a great argument during breakfast, and a huge argument. Why is the cigarette brown inside and white outside? I'm not kidding. I kid you not. They came to screams and shouts and practically came to blows. Okay? At the end, they came to the conclusion, unanimous. Everybody says, this is a good, that Kachlan, the finance minister, it's his fault. And everybody was okay with it. That's it. That's the explanation. Why is the cigarette brown on the inside and on the outside? Big fault. Kachlan Hashem. It's Kachlan's fault. Now I understand all the journalism, all the pundits, everything else. They're all crazy. And everything that they say means absolutely nothing. It's just that as long as you find somebody you can blame, it's fine. Including to why cigarette is brown on the inside and white on the outside. Kachlan Hashem. I think it's one of the most brilliant things. I've never heard anything so incredible. Well, I might have heard things that are more incredible than that. No. But this is really special. Okay. Now, Sif Heinal Ben says, when the Chacham davens, Kodem Adrush, before he darshans, before he talks. Tzarich le'ispalel b'tachanunim. He has to daven, he has to beg, he has to supplicate. ויבקש מהקדוש ברוך הוא מתנס חינם. Ask הקדוש ברוך הוא as a free gift. ולא יסלה בתחוס עצמי. And don't say, listen, I deserve it, so give it to me. אף על פי, even though, שעכשיו יסער מה תעוזה של עבודו. So even though now the strengths of all his avodah, all his schusim, all his mitzvahs, all his Torah now wakes up, it ain't that matter kedelis goes. This matter, this force, is not to brag, is not to aggrandize himself, and to ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu the Torah the schus of his own good deeds. The only purpose for this might, era kedei lachnia rasha ba'eda, in order to subdue the wickedness which is intrinsic in the congregation. It's for that. Because when you're talking about an audience, yesh b'hem tovim v'ra'im, there are good ones and bad ones. V'tzorech lachnia rasha ba'ron, and you have to subdue the bad and the bad ones. And this, I don't know how you call it, subdue, what is the verb? Submission. This submission is done with the mata, with the staff. This is the authority. It's the might of the tzaddik, which is through his masim too. Hashem Yisborach, but when you stand before HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Yamod Kedal B'charash, you stand there like a pauper, somebody who has nothing. וידבר תחנונים, and speak, beg. ולא יש לה בשום זכות. Don't try to hang your hat any merit, nothing. וזהו, this is what he says over there, ואסחנן אל השם בעץ ההיא לאמור. And I begged the Kodesh Baruch Hu at that time, to say, שצריך לדבר תחנונים, ששעה שרוצה לאמור. When you want to do lemor, when you want to say Torah, before you say the drush, you have to beg Kodesh Baruch. This led to huge tragedy, obviously. This is the mistake that Moshe Rabbeinu made when Kodesh Baruch Hu ordered him to gather the congregation and to bring down the Torah commentaries. Shekadosh Baruch Hu, he told Moshe, take the staff, and gather the congregation. And you should speak to the rock in their presence. What he told him is, take the authority of your strength. He has from his mitzvahs, from his good deeds, which constitutes the staff. And gather the congregation. When you're gathering everybody together, and you convene everybody together, it's a call. It's a whole audience. There's been gamaim. That's also bad ones in them. And you need, the staff of strength, to subdue their wickedness. And then, once you do that, in other words, you speak softly, you beg, you do supplication. This is in other words, the Kodesh Baruch Hu has asked himself what it means, he asked him to pour his heart and his tefillah in supplications, in begging, like a pauper, like a beggar. Elasela to Aina Leva Elion, the supernal heart. In other words, excite the compassions in the supernal heart, the Malchus, Le'neim, before their eyes, which means at their presence, Shieh HaKohol B'Shas Ma'aseh, that they should be there while this is taking place. That he should connect himself with their souls. That will make him Tfilas Rabbim, that will make the Tfilah one Tfilah of Rabbim, which does not get rejected. On top of that, the fact that it's Tfilah that originates, it includes the many, it adds up a great amount of Kedusha above. And that excites the Leva Elyon even more. And it brings it forth, maybe appear even more. Moshe Rabbeinu didn't do it that way. Only watch, he remembers his own goodness, his own schus in the time of his tefillah. In other words, he didn't use the staff of his good deeds for the audience, to subdue the wickedness in the audience. And he used the staff, his masim tovim, during his davening. In other words, he asked for divrei Torah in the merit of his good deeds. He didn't ask as a free gift, as a free bonus, like poor beggar. Moshe lifted his hand and he hit the selah with his staff twice. It says in the pasuk, Yad is tefillah. That tefillah his hands were emunah. And as we says, priest and bislow, we know the hands is tefillah.
Hands are tefillah?
Sure. And we said that hands are many things. One of the things that are is tefillah. In the war of Amalek, it says that Moshe lifted his hands. So Unkilus translates Prisim B'Tzloi. He spread them in supplications in tefillah. In Likutei Moharan, the most one like this. Moshe Rabbeinu bevadai knew that you need to daven berachman tachanunim. That's the way he always did, especially in the Chet HaEgel, in the Meraglim. It says Slach na lamon ha'amazim chasdecho, many places. Only in this, the time of hitting of the rock, the Misnagdim, though that they had dispute on him, they confused him until he came to a mistake. As it says, Ki ha'oishek yorel chochom v'yabed et lev matono. Because the oishek, the robbers, will confuse the chochom, and he's going to lose the heart of a gift. That's the tos of Moshe Rabbeinu. They caused Moshe Rabbeinu to do the subtlest of mistakes. That he didn't bring the Torah with begging, with Racham Tachanunim. And he lost the heart of gift. That's Matana Dafka. This is the heart of Moshe Rabbeinu. His davening was always just Racham Tachanunim. Moshe Rabbeinu always asked with supplications. But the Oshik Vagezel L'Chochon, they deceived Moshe, they confused him until he lost him. That is the mistake that he did. Sherem philosophy. Vayi Yorov Emuno. It says Vayare Moshe Esyodo. Moshe lifted his hand. That is this tefillah. Moshe got Vayi Yorov Emuno. And the tirgum of his hands were emuno. There was prism bitzloi. They were spread in supplication. Vayarem v'sheherim es philosophy. That he lifted his tefillah. V'lo kisha atzmei lemakol. And did not connect himself with the congregation.
Why?
Because when the tzaddik uses, how does he connect with the congregation? when he uses his merits to subdue the wickedness in the communication, with this he connects himself. If he doesn't use the staff for this, then he connects, he's only using the tefillah, he's not connected to them, and he becomes tefillas yochid. The tefillah was above them. Vayachas asel b'mateo pa'amam, and he hit the rock with his staff twice. Kivyochel hiko tzu v'yazu b'mayim, as it says, he hit a flint and the water came out. In other words, shehiko leva elyon, that he hit Kivyochel, as it were, the aspect of the supernal heart. It's like you're taking something forcefully. Because he came with the strength, the merit of his good deeds. He didn't excite the supernal heart with begging. And this is like hitting. And this is why this is hitting the rock twice. One hit, that he took the Torah explanations with strength, with force. He didn't ask. He didn't forget.
When is this force?
When is coercion. And the second hit, since he asked to take the Divrei Torah with the merit of his, with force, and he insisted that Kodesh Baruch Hu should do dafka do for him what he wanted. So it's considered as if he's a doches hashal. He pushes the hour to get something before it's time. Chazal says, anybody who pushes the hour to get something, to achieve something before it's time, in other words, that thing la'aleinu causes him to die. But it's not like that. That's why Moshe Rabbeinu
is not like to push him back.
Yeah, but what does it mean duchakta? He pushes him from life. And Moshe Rabbeinu passed before his time. And for the passing of Moshe Rabbeinu, the Shechina, which is that heart, the Shechina laments and mourns him. This is the second hit that he hit, the supernal heart, that caused him to pass away. And the passing of Moshe Rabbeinu causes unbelievable tzad to the Shechina. That's the level of this fact that he hit the rock, Pa'amayim, the second, Pa'amayim, this is the second, the second hit. Ki Mesu Moshe v'Al De'akom, both Moshe and Aaron passed away because of this hit. Moshe Kosev says, for you have not believed in me to sanctify me before the eyes of Bnei Israel. That's why you will not bring the people to the land that I promised them. Heima Mei Merivo, these are the waters of dispute. Bnei Israel argued with Hashem. Ve'yikodesh Moshe, sanctified in them. And then sanctification was Moshe Rabbeinu. That's for that reason, a person should not push himself for anything. And be insistent. Because Dafka has to do what he wants. But he should ask, he should beg mercy. If Kodesh Baruch Hu gives him, he will give him. And if not. This, my friend, is by far the most important principle in Avodas Hashem. should know, we spoke about it many times. Because Baruch Hu gives a person what he wants. Baruch Hu gives a person what he really wants. And a person can force the issue.
Yeah.
A person can force the issue. Whether it's good for him or not. A person needs to have this irrefutable emunah. Because Baruch Hu knows what he's doing. Baruch Hu knows what he's doing. You can beg. You can shout. You can scream. You can cry. No problem. But in the back of your mind, should always should be a tacit, we'll go a non-verbal agreement. Since off what you want is what you want. And everything. Because everything that happens to you, because Baruch Hu does. Everything that Baruch Hu does is the Torah. Because Baruch Hu loves you a limitless love. And everything he does to you is out of that limitless love. Lo aleinu, if a child is sick, lo aleinu v'lo aleichem. Child is sick, and the parent is taking him to the doctor. And lo aleinu, the child can go through all kinds of tests. Some of them are very painful. Lo aleinu, all kinds of treatments it can be. And the child is crying to the father, why are you doing this to me? The father knows best. The father knows what needs to be done. It hurts the heart of the father more than, it hurts the son, but the father's heart breaks, but it has to be done because the son is sick. Always, always, always there, Kodesh Baruch Hu. Sometimes you can come with say, I'm trying to manipulate the Kodesh Baruch Hu. Don't worry about it. Go ahead. Good luck. No problem. Kodesh Baruch Hu wants that. Sometimes, there's Bet Nishama, there's all kinds of, advocates and solicitors from different sides. You come up with a good argument, Kodesh Baruch Hu uses it. Because Kodesh Baruch Hu has Mishnah. Don't worry about it. If a person feels, it's Kodesh Baruch Hu trying to manipulate him. Okay, go ahead, do it. Don't worry, Kodesh Baruch Hu can take care of himself. Don't be psychics. Reb Simcha told me that there was a Baal Tshuva that decided he has to win the lottery. That was his inspiration. He has to win the lottery. And he was so misakish. He won the lottery. All his old friends found out. A long time didn't pass, whatever it is. They took him back into drugs, whatever it is. Within a year, he was dead. Remember, Kodesh Baruch Hu always gives you what you want. He doesn't give it to you, so you don't really want it. The Chidush Harim from Gur said it. He says, a person said he wants money. He doesn't really want money. He wants to rear his children, a Torah, a Chuppah, Masan Torah. money. So, because Baruch Hu knows you're going to read your children and Torah also without money, so it doesn't give you money. Don't worry. But a person that really wants money, he gets money. Shemir Achim, he gets money. Money plays with him. Till it kills him. For you have not believed in me. I know tefillah. Sharing tefillah and tefillah sakol, that he lifted his tefillah from the prayers of the call. He didn't connect himself to the congregation by the act of subduing the badness in them. That tefillah yemuna. Tefillah is emuna. As we said before, his hand was emuna, so emuna is tefillah. So we already said that tefillah and emuna is one thing. You did not believe in me. Now that the tefillah was not proper. Lo emantam bi. You didn't tefillah bi. You did not daven bi. You didn't do it properly. Like the sheini la'ein ibnei Israel, to sanctify me before the eyes of others. It has to be before the eyes. We have to connect to them. Like the sheini daika dafka, to sanctify me. Dafka, what they tefillah sherabim, it is through the prayers of the many. That there is added kedusha above, and the more people are including the tefillah, the more kedusha is added above. That's why you will not bring this call ela oretz, to the land. Do this. He entered Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu has to be mistalek. Ki kedusha, because why? Well, for this he already deserves to die. No, כי הקדושה גם כן יתוסף למעלה, ושאז פטירס הצדיק. When a tzaddik passes away, the kedusha leaves this world, and it's being added to the next one. כידוע נמצא, as it is known, נמצא, it is therefore found, שמה שנחסר על יודם, that which was subtracted by them, they didn't connect themselves to the call. They failed to add to the kedusha above. Nishlam al yodam, was completed by them. That's why they had to dafka pass away from this world, because of this chet, so they can complete the kedusha that they have subtracted through this particular chet. As Gzela says, this Torah is very, very important to every person who wants to go in Derech Hashem, because every person has to bring down Torah every single day. We see we're making a bracha on Torah. It shouldn't be a dry tree. Even somebody who is not barachi, who is not capable of being Chiddush Torah, is at least try to learn each day with a new cheshek, is also Chiddush Torah. And every single person who's learning Torah, it is not possible that he should not have to do some kind of explaining and perish and say and comment about what he's learning. For this, every single person needs to go with this Torah. That he should know that the next shleimus of the liver, that the person should bring about the burim which are hot as fire, as coal. Learn with heat, with the slavos to kedusha, with the excitement to kedusha. You have to pour your heart before Kodesh Baruch Hu. You should be able to bring about the diburim of leva elyon, the spiritual heart, diburim that are hot as fire. And this you have to bring the birur Torah. You have to be very careful with this, not to push the hour. Not to press the issue. Don't use the staff, mata'oyes, which are the good deeds, for bringing down the Torah. Only to subdue the bad through the mata'oyes. Because every single one of Israel, even the lowest of the low, has masim Torah. Or ma'aven loshem. So anybody who wants to get into the Kodesh, to be osik b'Torah or masim Torah, the Baldova wants to push you down because, each one because of whatever it is he did. And he tells him, who the heck are you that you will be also Likutei for everything that you did? So a person needs to look some kind of good status. What did I do good? Your own staff of strength. And use that, also the staff of strength of the Tzaddikei Adon, Tzaddikei Emes, that you rely on them. And with this you can subdue the bad. Yeah, I'm the worst, so I should do good. Baruch Hashem, I have the good status, and the Tzali, Baruch Hashem, Rabbeinu, and Mata Ois, to subdue the bad. That's Od Rosho, Od Be'at, and Rosho, a little bit, and there's no Rosho. This you can subdue the bad. But even though you have to use your strength to subdue the bad, when you stand with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you stand to daven, the HaKadosh Baruch Hu should explain the Torah to you, and that you should be able to understand very well what you're learning, or the Mechadish in the Torah. Especially of how much more so when you need to learn B'Rabbin, or to darshan B'Rabbin, to speak to others, that you have to daven only back, only softly. Don't turn the shub schus, don't push the hour. It happens. Because Baruch Hu gives, if not now. Not come for today. Please stop the tape from